Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be me reviewing and do like a first impression slash demo of the Midnight Mermaid Collection by Wet n Wild. This is limited edition as well, the Midnight Mermaid Midnight. Okay, that makes sense. So I was wondering why the colors were like so dark. Midnight Mermaid. But this packaging, look at this box, it's so pretty. There's a mermaid, Ariel, and then there's is that a sunset or the moon? I don't know, honestly. So inside there are 4 of these liquid eyeshadow sticks, I guess. And then over here there are 3 eyeliners, liquid eyeliners. And then there are 4 of the liquid lipsticks and a highlighter. So I have my full face done right now besides eyes, lips, and highlight. So I'm looking a little matte. I need to get some glow on. Wet n Wild did send this to me. Just FYI. Alright, so the first thing I want to start with is the highlighter. This is like a little brick of, like a gold brick almost. So this little nugget is the Megaglow highlighting bar, and it retails for $6.99. So this is vegan and cruelty free, as an FYI, and this is called Midnight Moon. That's the shade of it. It's kind of like a duochrome almost. You can see right there, it looks a little gray, which is kind of weird for a highlighter shade. And then it goes to gold. So here's what it looks like up close. There's a little mermaid on it, and then when you open it, boom. It's like a very warm gold. I'm not sure how it's gonna look on my skin. I'm gonna test it out anyways. Since I do have fair skin, I don't like to use warm shades. Alright, and the brush I'm going to use to apply it is the J Manual Beauty Fade brush. This is absolutely my favorite brush to highlight with. It's just so perfect. It's nice and fluffy. It just deposits the highlighter so well. Yeah, see, that is super warm on my skin. But it's pigmented, as you can see. So it's like a gold base, and it has a little bit of pink glitter inside of it. It's not so much glitter, like it's not chunky, it's actually very fine and small. I seen Laura Lee when she did it, she had a cast right here. Oh, maybe just a little bit. I don't really have that, which, I mean, that's good because you don't really want a cast on your face. I mean, that's pretty. Personally, I don't know if I would wear that. Alright, so there's the highlighter. I think it's actually really pretty, actually, like, even if it isn't on my fair skin tone. Alright, so let's move on to the metallic liquid eyeshadows. And here's all 4 of them. I'll give like a close-up. I'll do a couple swatches. Alright, so first is this shade. This has like a blue, and it has a bit of like a purple reflex to it. This is Aqua Prism. Alright, this one is called Mysterious Night, and this is like an olive color with a little bit of yellow inside of it. Alright, this one is called Laura's Necklace, and this one is a bluish green. Alright, next is Moonlight Majesty, and this is like a purpley orange with I think a little bit of yellow inside of it. And all of these retail for $5, which I think is so good. So in that case, let's go ahead and test these out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do is put a little bit of eyeshadow on. I don't know what I'm gonna do, if I should apply these first and then eyeshadow, or eyeshadow first. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I think I definitely want to use this greenish blue purple one. This just looks like a mermaid in a bottle. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. This one again is Aquatic Prism. Alright, so for the eyeshadows, I'm going to grab the Jack and Hill palette by Morphe. Alright, so I'm going to grab this shade right here, and I'm going to put that into my crease as a transition shade. Alright, so I'm going to take this deep green shade, I'm going to put that into the crease. Alright, so now I'm just going to cover the entire eyelid in this eyeshadow stick. So I did swatch it on my arm, and it does need 2 coats to be fully pigmented, but it is very buildable, so that's very good. Oh my gosh. I hope using green in the crease was a good idea. A little bit of green inside of this. I'm not sure how it's gonna blend out. If I should do like a cut crease. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I should have used purple in my crease. What was I thinking? That would have been so much prettier. Ugh. But while it's still a little wet, I'm gonna hurry up and try and blend out the corner with a brush. So instead of blending it out, I'm just going to add eyeshadow on the corner. So I'm just going to grab the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette. I'm going to use the shade Swallow right here. And I'm just going to pack that on the outer corner. So it is kind of patchy right now, as you can see, but that's how it was the first time I did this. So I'm going to go ahead and just add another layer real quick. So it doesn't blend out very well like on the edges. So I feel like this would be best for a cut crease if you're into that. But I just took a blue eyeshadow, kind of blended it out into that. That helped a little bit, but now I have a shit ton of fallout. Alright, so now I'm just gonna kind of just go through the tutorial. I guess I'll make a little tutorial out of this. Just finish the eyes in case you guys want to recreate this. I'm gonna take the BH Cosmetics. What is this? This is their backlight highlight palette. There's just a bunch of colored highlighters. I'm gonna grab this shade down here called Illusion. I'm gonna put that in the inner corner of my eye. Right, okay, so I mixed a little bit of Queen inside of it, this blue shade down here. I probably would have just gone with the blue originally because I don't think the purple went well with this look. Alright, so to finish off the eye, I'm just going to put this liner inside my waterline. This is the Annabelle Chrome Kohl eyeliner, and this is in Frosty Turquoise. Alright, so guys, here's the eyes. I just put some lashes on and mascara. And yeah, so here is the eyes. These, I do love these. These are so pretty, but they do need 2 coats. So I would put one down and then wait a little bit for it to dry and go ahead and put another one down, and it is full coverage. As you guys can see, it's so gorgeous. Let me get a little closer. And these are only $5, so I would highly recommend these. Even though I only used one, swatch the others, but these are so cool. These are so pretty. Alright, so they also have 3 liquid liners. I'm not going to be using these since I do already have the metallic eyeshadow on, but these are the MegaLiner metallic liquid liners, and these are $3.99, so they're $4. So there is a blue one called Sea Dreams, and then there is a green one called Sea Symmetry, and then there is a gray one called Tridents Shimmer. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off the video with the lips. There are 4 metallics. One of them is not vegan, which is this one. The rest of them are, this is Harbor a Crush. So if you are only buying vegan so if you're only buying vegan makeup, then I would skip on the red one. This one is Harbor a Crush. This is a metallic reddish maroon shade. And then there is Coral Crown, which is just a nice metallic orange. And Siren's Jewel is a dark green metallic. And the last one is called Sea Seduction, which is a dark blue. Alright, so I'm debating between the green and the orange with my lips. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with green and just kind of keep it on the same color scheme. Also, these are $5.99, as they're the same as their other Catsuit liquid lipsticks. Alright, so this is full coverage. The only thing that I don't like about this is that if you do go out of the lines, like I did over here, it is a bitch to clean up because it is so dark and so pigmented. If you use concealer or anything, it's just going to mix together and just become a mess. So it took me about 5-10 minutes just to clean up. But just for this to go a little bit more with my eyes, just for the hell of it, I'm going to grab this shade that I use in the inner corner from the BH Cosmetics palette. And I'm going to put that right in the center of my eyelid, right in the center of the lips, just to make it a bit more blue. This is literally a way to transform any lip you have. If you don't have that many, you can definitely do this and just give it a little bit extra oomph. But anytime you do this, use a fluffy brush so that it blends nice and easily. Alright, so that obviously ties better in with the eyes. So, here's the finished look. A little crazy. Very bold. I haven't done a bold look like this in a long time. So here's the finished tutorial, demo, everything. I would say my favorite product out of this collection would be, obviously, the eyeshadow, the liquid eyeshadows. These are just gorgeous. I mean, this lip though too, with that highlight in the middle, bitch. Wet n Wild is killing it with like the drugstore, like especially if you want to experiment with makeup and be different, I guess. I feel like they're the place to go. Like if you want to be a little bit more daring, Wet n Wild got you. Obviously, look at this. This is bold. I don't think I've seen a metallic liquid lipstick at the drugstore before, and it's only $5. And the formula is amazing. Do you see how it's swatched on my lip? So if you guys want these, there's like a little card they sent with me that I'm looking off of. This is all the individual items. You can get these separate if you would like. Will be at Ulta.com August 13th. And on my Wild's website, August 14th. Alright guys, so here's the end of the video. I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed these products. Hope you enjoyed the swatches and everything. As always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up because it helps my channel grow. And comment down below if you guys are interested in this, if y'all have tried these, what your thoughts are. Alright guys, I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Deuces.